Today we are going to find out which is the longest iron of 2025, and I've picked out the top 4 performers this year that have produced the most distance and the most ball speed. So the top 4 are the Callaway Elite iron, the TaylorMade Qi, the Ping G440 and the Wilson Dynapower. These 4 have consistently ranked higher than any other brand when the customers are looking for ball speed and for distance. So let's kick off with this Callaway Elite iron. Looks wise, I think it looks really good. You know, it's very much like a premium look to it. It's not a typical chunky iron that you might sort of expect in that sort of playing position. Again, it's quite a small footprint. You know, when you sort of look down at it, it doesn't really necessarily scream high handicap golfer, but there is a lot of tech in there to help you with your distance and your ball speed. So we're going to hit 6 shots with each club. Let's see which one comes out on top. Again, accuracy clearly is important. Today's test is about speed, it's about distance. Clearly there's an element of accuracy that we will have to take into consideration. Yeah, that's the sort of ball speed we would expect. You know, 122, that's a decent ball speed. Total 192. Yeah, 124. Yeah, again 192, so some good ball speed. What I like about that particular shot is that the spin was still okay. Spin number at 5,000. It's not crazy low. That's very positive. Yeah, good shot again there. Again, good ball speed, but good spin. So yeah, I really like this Elite club. For me, it's not for your super high handicappers. Yes, they have the Elite X and the Elite HL, so there are a couple of other options. This particular head I would be putting it more around your sort of 16 to 18 handicapper. Yeah. A little bit out to the right there, but all in all, that felt really good. It ticks a lot of boxes. It looks good. Ball speed averaging at sort of like 120, getting up to sort of 123 there. And yeah, I think the overall feel was very good and it was pretty accurate as well. So that's a good start there from Callaway. So now into the TaylorMade Qi iron. This has been very popular, you know, really over the last couple of years. I think it's interesting because TaylorMade quite often are criticised for bringing clubs out too frequently. This has actually been out for a couple of years now and it's consistently one of the top performers when it comes to distance, particularly for your high handicapper golfers. The profile of this club is slightly different compared to the Callaway. Certainly a thicker top line, you know, it's quite inviting looking down on that. If you're somebody that really struggles with distance, struggles with forgiveness, then looking down at that gives me a lot of confidence that it's going to certainly help me. So let's hit a few shots with this. Wow, yeah, good start. 125 ball speed, carry 182. Yeah, two decent hits there to begin with. Actually got up to 200 yards there, which is a long way for a 7-iron for me. Yes, remember they are stronger lofts, so we do need to take that into consideration. You know, these clubs are at a kind of 28, 29 degrees, so they are strong lofted, definitely. Yeah, good again. I think if you're somebody that's not particularly caught up on looks, it is a bit chunky. I actually quite like it from behind. You know, if that's sat in your bag, it looks quite smart with the sort of black finish to it there. But certainly down in the playing position, it's a little bit chunky. Yeah, really didn't get a hold of that one. Ball speed only dropped to 121 there, so on a miss hit, you'd take that all day really. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, decent one to finish. Yeah, that certainly felt longer than the Elite and a bit more forgiving. We'd probably expect that with the head design. Yeah, that was a really solid job there from TaylorMade. So now into the Ping G440. We know how reliable Ping are, we know how tried and tested they are, you know, very loyal customer base, again I think they produced a really nice looking golf club, certainly for a cavity back club that's designed for distance, designed for speed. It actually looks really nice and premium, and again looking down at it, it's not too thick, not too chunky, it's got a really nice look to it. This golf club, the 440 here, for me would hit a lot of different handicap types. You know, even if you're perhaps a low double digit player, you'd probably still get a lot of use out of this. You know, it's not too chunky, not too ugly on the eye. So let's see if it can hit the numbers that the TaylorMade did. Straight away, that felt better than the other two. Although it's a cast head, actually, you know, really felt quite nice. Wasn't expecting that really. Just leaked it out right a touch there. Yeah, feels good. Maybe not quite getting the ball speed of the TaylorMade, but certainly feels nice. Just maybe leaking right ever so slightly. Yeah, 122 ball speed. Again, getting to 190, so it's certainly producing the numbers. Yeah, nice and straight. That was a nice hit to finish. And interesting enough there, that's the quickest ball speed all day, 127, so it's clearly capable of it. For me, that's a nice all-round golf club for a sort of mid to high handicapper. That was really nice to hit. And finally, we are into the Wilson Dynapower. Now, Wilson for me go a little bit under the radar, but when it comes to cavity back clubs, you know, mid to high handicappers, this Dynapower is right up there for me this year. You know, we've tested this a lot, tried it a lot with customers. It's been super popular. So let's hit a few shots. For me, aesthetically, I think they've done a great job, really. It looks really nice and neat, nice and premium. And in that playing position, nice sort of compact head. Again, looks quite nice on the eye. That felt really nice. Fantastic there, coming off the face. Nice and solid, good ball speed. Nice and straight as well. Yeah, good again. If anything, spin just a touch low on that one. That's a potential cause for concern. Yeah, good ball speed, 127, 200 yards again, so yes. Not that we want to hit the ball 200 yards, but if your club speed is perhaps on the slower side, maybe between sort of 60 and 70 miles an hour, then you know that could equate to you hitting it another potentially 15, 20 yards further. So it is for, you know, the slower swing speeds. And just to give you an idea, my normal 7-iron goes 170, so this is going like 30 yards further. So think about where your normal 7-iron goes. There's a potential that you could get out of a club like this. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I really like this. I think this is going to be a front runner, really sort of ticking all the boxes. Just a miss hit there, you know, nothing more than that. Dropped to 118, but just purely a miss hit. But still okay, still 185 yards. We'll take that. Pretty good. So yeah, 4 clubs, all in all, I think they all were pretty good, as we'd expect them to get to this kind of final 4 stage, if you like, of what I've tested this year. In terms of standouts, I think the Elite was probably a slightly small head for this category of golfer. Very interested to see the numbers. I think the Qi felt the easiest to hit. Nice chunky head, really easy to hit. I think the ping had a nice blend of everything, looked good, felt good, produced the numbers. And again, I think the Wilson was probably close to the ping as well in terms of an all-round golf club. So let's take a look initially at the Dispersion. Quick break. If you're enjoying this video and want to take your game to the next level, I've put together a short, practical ebook to help you find the right golf clubs for you, based on your swing, budget and skill level. Whether you're a beginner or upgrading after years on the course. You can grab it right now using the link in the description below. It'll save you time, money and frustration. As a bonus, I'm offering a free online lesson when you buy the ebook. Back to the video. Okay, so looking at the Dispersion, is there an obvious winner? I can't really see that, to be fair. As you would expect with this type of golf club, it's not necessarily designed for dispersion, it's designed for speed, it's designed for forgiveness. Because the ball's coming out so hot, it's sometimes hard to control the distance, control the direction to a degree. And you can really see that there, can't you? There isn't an obvious one, really isn't. So let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, so this is really what we're looking to see. You know, the first number there, the ball speed. This is what this test is all about. What's producing the quickest ball speed? Now, the one that isn't producing the quickest ball speed is the Callaway Elite at the bottom, isn't it? 120 miles an hour. The other three are all kind of very, very similar there, 123 miles an hour. Launch angle is important. Obviously, if it's coming out with a lot of distance and a lot of speed, you don't want it launching too low. So you'd probably say Elite's a bit too low there at 15. Qi at 15, a bit low. Ping, better there at 17.5. And again, a bit low with the Wilson at 14. So you'd say the ping is launching the best. And that would correlate with the spin number as well. There you see the ping there at 5,100. Wilson, again, a little bit on that low side, isn't it? 4,600, the other two at 4.8. And again, overall height with ping is really good, 101 feet. The others in there at sort of 80s. Then the big one is obviously in terms of the distance. We've got 195 with the Wilson, 188 with the ping, 193 with the TaylorMade, and 189 with the Callaway. So they're all quite long. The Wilson is the longest, the TaylorMade is very close behind. And then we've got a side of plus or minus 23 feet with the Wilson, 37 feet with the ping, 20 feet with the Qi, and 19 feet with the Callaway. Now this test was about ball speed, it was about distance. The winner of both categories is the Wilson Dynapower iron. Check this out, guys. If you're looking for speed, you're looking for distance, the Wilson Dynapower is a great option. Just a reminder, if this is your first time watching the channel, please don't hesitate to subscribe. I look forward to seeing you again very soon.